You may have to do this hand in a year or two. But I said I can make a fist with the right one now. So. Have you been to Trump's new website? I don't. No, I think it's President Donald Trump, or President Trump, 45th president. I haven't seen any links posted on it. Yeah, but that's not the way I've heard it advertised. Because I think it's Tom Leeway. But I got the feeling, even though they call it a website, it's on some form of social media. I'm pretty sure it's MeWe. At least that's what I thought I heard her say. Some new thing you got?
Good evening, Texas bikers and bikers all across the nation. This is Texas Biker Radio number 452. My name is Mel Popeye Moss.
Mel O.G. Robbins.
He forgot his name for a minute.
I forgot where I was for a minute.
Hey, welcome guys on the chat line. We see you there. And I did remember to switch the cube tonight. But man, glad to see you here. If you would like and subscribe and share, if you would, right now, while we're getting ready to rumble, everybody. And we'll talk about me later on. We'll cover that here in a little bit. But I'm excited, OG. You know what's going to happen tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Wednesday.
Well, that is right. That is correct. But also tomorrow, our House Bill 1837 is on its way to committee. It will be heard tomorrow. And yeah, I posted it at Texas Defenders on Facebook. And you can actually go to a link there and watch this live. You can watch it. Man, we've got the top guys with MROs, we've got the top guys there, and they are good. They are good. And so, we've got, the COCI, we've got the ABATE, I think is going to be there. We've got others. We got the top guys that can speak on our behalf.
Now, since there's several bills,
yeah,
which one in particular is 1837?
I think 1837 is the motorcycle profiling bill. I think that is. We might double check that, but I think that's what it is. And so, they're going to be speaking, and they're going to do the presentations for us. And this helps everybody, and for us to get this in front of a committee is powerful. It's powerful. No matter how it comes out, it's powerful. But I would say if we don't have some movement this time, I'm going to go scorched earth. Oh yeah, scorched earth. And we'll be talking about that here in the future.
It becomes damn problematic in Texas because they only meet every 2 years.
Yes.
I mean, if they met every year, you could keep beating on them.
Yeah.
But it's kind of tough to beat on them every other year.
Yeah, we don't have some movement this time, guys. It's tough. We got to wait another 2 years to have another chance at it. But, like I said, I'm going to go scorched earth if we don't get any movement this time. Some people are going to pay. That's what I'm saying. Take that to the bank. Take that to the bank. Hey, you guys, I want to show you something. Here. Man, this is, and let me know if the audio is not working on this thing. It's going to be interesting. And so, here we go. Let me see. All right. Switch the cube. Now, you may have seen this.
I decided I'm woke. Everybody, they're wanting us to be woke, and I'm woke. And I think, and this little clip is to hope that you get woke. I'm woke up to the fact that the Democrat Party hates this country, that they hate America, they hate the Constitution, they hate our republic, they hate the people that founded this country. I'm woke to the fact that they're communists and Nazis combined. They're the worst of two worlds. The Democrat liberals are the worst of two worlds. They're combining Stalinism with Nazi Hitlerism. And I'm going to tell you that's a dangerous, dangerous combination, but I'm woke to it. That's what you're up to. I'm woke to the fact that you don't like our Constitution. You don't like free speech. You don't like God. You don't like people to be able to say what they want to say. I'm woke to your council culture. I understand that you want us all put in re-education camps. And I understand that you only want speech to be accepted what you want said. I understand that Facebook and your fact checkers are just liars and propagandists like Joseph Goebbels. I understand it. I'm woke to it. I'm woke up to it, all right? I'm woke to the fact that you hate the Second Amendment because you know as long as we're armed out here, you can't whoop us. You can't control us. You can't defeat us. I'm woke to the fact of what you're doing up there, taxing people to death, trying to destroy businesses, trying to destroy industry. You want to make us a socialist country. You want the government to own all the industry and all the business and all the land. I understand. We're woke up to it, but let me just tell you something. You're probably going to wish you hadn't woke us up because America doesn't revolve around New York City or Los Angeles. America is America, and there's so many of us out here, and we're getting so woke, you're going to wish you had never woke us up. I'm woke to the fact that you hate God, you hate the Bible, and you hate the truth. I'm woke to the fact that you're so reprobate that you believe it's all right to be a queer, and that some people aren't born male and they're not born female. I understand that you promote sodomy and you want child molesters in the girls' bathrooms, and I understand that you're so perverted you think guys ought to run in girls' races and participate in girls' sports. I understand how stupid, crazy, idiotic, and satanic and reprobate you are. We're woke to it. Believe you me, we're real woke to it. I understand that Joe Biden is a pedophile Why would anybody want to sign a law and pass a law to promote transgenderism and queers and sodomites and child molesting? Huh? Because he's a pedophile himself. You ever watch him? He's a pedophile. And Kamala Harris, or whatever your name is, you're a whore. You whored your way to the White House. Yeah, we understand who you are. We understand what you believe and what's in your heart and your mind, because it comes out of your mouth and it comes out of your actions. And then we also understand that the media, we're woke to the media. You're all liars. You're in the pocket. We're woke to the fact that public education is controlled by the National Education Association, who hates everything about America and trying to teach our kids that everything in the world's bad with America. We're woke to it. Yep, we're pulling our kids out. I took my kids out 25, 30 years ago out of the public school system. I'm telling you something. Wouldn't have them in there if it was the last place in the world to educate a child. We're woke to the fact that, as I said, that you hate God, you hate the Bible, and you hate the truth. But you're going to wish maybe that you had never woke us up. Democrats up there today working on gun legislation, trying to keep it, starting to take away the Second Amendment. You're waking us up. And I want to challenge everybody across America, wake up. They want us woke. Let's get real woke.
I think I cut off the last part of that where he said, if you don't like what I'm saying, I don't give a shit. But, gee, if that don't get us thrown off, I don't know what will.
That's right.
As everybody woke, I'll tell you, I agree. I agree with him. I am woke also, and I'm woke to it all. And we all should be. And so, but wait, everybody, wait. I have to do this one too. I have to do this one too. Hang on, everybody. Oh yeah.
It's muted.
Here we go.
It's muted.
Huh?
It's muted.
Oh, it is muted. That's okay. There's no sound to this one. And what's happening here? This is in
Bringing them in by the truckload.
Pearsall, Texas. This is where this at. Now, he was talking to people up north, but hey, look, this is going to be happening up north too, because many of these people are going to be getting shipped north. Oh, yeah. Interesting, huh? So, they're not all walking across the border. Nah.
Hell, we saw them walking up the railroad tracks on the way to Arizona.
Yeah.
We were going through that strip of New Mexico.
That's true, guys. I mean, unbelievable. Look here. Look up there. Look up there on top. The top right-hand corner, guys. That's the geezer cam. Wow. Let's shut him down. Because he's not here. But he probably didn't get the notice that we were starting at 7:30 tonight. Oh, well. But, gee, look. We see pictures of those people on the border. And an infant didn't walk 1,000 miles, 2,000 miles.
Oh, hell no.
And a fat person didn't walk 2,000 miles, 1,000 miles, 500 miles, 20 miles, or 10 miles. They were brought here. They were brought here. There are many people that are in no shape to be walking those distances. Is what I'm saying. Even if they're young people, these people are being brought here. And they're coming with cell phones. They're coming with cash. They're coming with designer shirts.
And now they're being ushered in by Kamala Harris.
It's right. But wait, I've got news on that, OG. Kamala has said thanks, but no thanks. She says she's too busy working her way to the top, doing the horizontal tango. So she's she's too busy doing everybody else. So she doesn't want to do the border. And that's exactly what a spokesperson said. Kamala doesn't do the border.
She said no to Potato Head?
No to Potato Head.
Ah.
So now they're having to jump to another person, another maniac, another God knows what, because of what we've seen so far of his appointments. Just who is next in line? There is a person that they mentioned today. I didn't catch their name, but I was too busy thinking about Kamala jumping ship here.
Well,
saying,
there's been another interesting development
Yeah.
today too. They were talking about on Newsmax. So far they've been referring to it as mostly the Biden presidency, or Biden, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
Well, they have changed. They're now referring to it as the Biden-Harris
Oh yeah. Yeah.
presidency.
Yeah. I know
Now,
that.
we've heard that term in the past. However, it's now official. That's the way they're supposed to be referring to it all the time.
Well, I don't doubt that.
Well,
Hey,
we
look,
know what's going to happen.
Yeah, the change is coming soon.
Setting the
everybody.
stage.
The change is coming soon.
Sooner than everyone thought.
That's right. That's right. But OG, I've been listening to the chatter today and yesterday also. So I'm, because I can't do anything else right now, they've got me.
You're duct taped to a
Hog-tied.
post.
So, but anyway, I was listening to the chatter, and the chatter out there is we're going to be able to win, and we're going to win with mind control. I heard that yesterday.
Well, with the huge population of mushheads out there, I don't doubt that a large portion have already been hypnotized
Well,
and brainwashed.
they are trying to hypnotize us through these screens, but we're going to be able to dream and project it onto somebody else and say, we can do that. We can do that now. We just don't know we have that power. So I'm going to work at it all week. I'm going to project things on you. You won't even know it. You won't even know it. This is the kind of crap we're hearing out there.
My wife's going to make me sleep on the couch.
Oh, man. God.
Well, speaking of, conspiratorial things,
Go ahead.
the pillow guy
Oh, yeah.
is now saying that Trump will be back in the White House by August.
Let's hope that's true. Meanwhile, we'll project it out there to everybody. I'm imagining Trump back in office by August. Here it comes. Are you feeling it? It drives me crazy, OG, when I know there are tens of thousands of people that are following these people that are saying this stuff.
Well, part of the problem is they continue to think we're all stupid. Okay? I'm sitting there the other day watching, and they've got these arrogant jerks coming on TV talking about how many times they counted the ballots.
Yeah.
We counted them 3 times, and it all came out the same. We counted them 6 times. It all came out the same. Well, let me say this. If I had in my hand 2,000 $1 bills and 3,000 $1 counterfeit bills equaling 5,000, and I counted that 10 times, I'd come up with 5,000 every time. So all they're doing is verifying that they counted the same phony ballots over and over and over to come up with the same count. But the way they're stating it is they're trying to make the public believe that they dug deep and they counted righteously and came up with the same vote every time, or the same number of votes, which is BS. They kept counting the same phony votes over and over and over, but they want you and I to believe they were legitimate.
Yeah, yeah. Here's the one thing I do believe. Here's the one thing I do believe, everybody. I believe in military psyops.
Absolutely.
I do believe in that, and I do believe it was used on this election. I do believe it was used by the CIA, by the FBI. Everything that we saw come down the pike this last year and more, the last 4 years, every bit of it was psyops. Now, was it the military? I don't believe so. Could have been some, but I don't believe it was the majority of our military. Now, damn sure no, it wasn't the enlisted troops. But this is what they've been doing. You can take that if you want to use it. I'm finished over here. But I think this is what they've been doing, and they've been very good at it. This whole election cycle was a psyops operation. And they succeeded in what they were doing. Now, we're going to have to overwhelm that system. And we're going to have to defeat right now H.R. 1 that's coming up to the Senate. We're going to have to make damn sure, and I'll post it at Constitutional Warriors on Facebook, the number for the Senate. And you need to contact your senator personally and tell them H.R. 1 is a no-go. That will be a theft of the entire election system. That will be a theft of the Constitution. That will be a theft of this country. Because what it will do, it will be a one party government. Socialistic government. And will eventually lead to communism. We can't have it. We won't have it.
Hello, Venezuela.
That's right. Stand by, everybody. And what they're going to do, and what they are doing, and what they have been doing, is lying to us every step of the way. Every step of the way. This pandemic, I do believe it was created just for this. I don't believe it just fell in their lap. I think every bit of this was on purpose. And right now, listen to this, OG. They're out there saying they're getting out 100 million doses. 100 million shots into arms. And by 100 days, they're going to do 200 million. 200 million. That's over half the country. But yet, things have got to be improving as you go along here and you get hundreds of millions of people vaccinated. And then you have people that have already had it and survived it and who are now more than likely immune to it for a very long time. They're being lied to. But let me say this. Things should be getting better, yet they're screaming things are getting worse. Matter of fact is, OG, some of them are preaching doom.
Well, of course, they keep coming up with mutating strains.
Yeah. And as one virologist told us early on when they started talking about the new strains, she said, "Oh well, that's nothing unusual. There's been 4,000 since its inception." Hello, everybody. Hello. we're being lied to by a rogue government. We're being lied to by a rogue media. Matter of fact is they're all socialists, communists, whatever term you want to throw on them, it's right. But now is the time. Now. I'm not talking about 24 months from now. I'm not talking about 4 years from now. I'm talking about now is the time we've got to stand up and fight back. We've got to take these bastards on and let them know this is a no-go. We're not going to put up with this. We're not going to put up with having our Constitution destroyed and our rights as American citizens. We're not going to let it be destroyed. Now is the time to stand up. H.R. 1 is it, baby. That's it. And Obama said, the new normal. That's where they're trying to take us back to, is the Obama new normal. But Donald Trump showed us, hey, there's another way, everybody. And America First was it. It was it. We were on a roll, everybody. We were on a roll. And we still can be. We still can be. But we've got to fight for it. We can't just sit back and say, oh, well, there's nothing we can do about this. There's nothing we can do. Let me tell you, they're putting up a fence around D.C. for a reason. They are afraid of us. They are afraid, that we will stand up. And yeah, we'll do it politically, and we'll do it other means when we have to. But we're not there yet. There's still time to handle this politically. And H.R. 1 is it. Is it. That's it. Because they're going to federalize the entire voting system. We can't let that happen. We've got to have states' rights.
Well, it sounds like Georgia took a step in the right direction.
Yeah, they did.
And, to hear Biden refer to it as a Jim Crow law.
Oh, yeah.
How ignorant is that old fuck?
They always want to throw racism into it. They always want to do that. And so it's incredible. And it's amazing too that the many American people buy into it. Especially our children have bought into it. We've got children that think they are racist just because they're white. We got black children that believe they're slaves, that believe they've been mistreated.
Oh, they're trying to teach all the white children to be ashamed that they're white.
Yeah, they do that too. I mean, every bit of this, every bit of this we've seen is nothing but one crisis after the other, one chaos after the other, and it's all by design. It's all by design. We've got to recognize that every bit of this is by design. And at some point, I do believe, OG, if it gets totally out of hand, the military has to step in. They have to. And we have to encourage them to.
I don't know. It's my opinion.
Yeah.
The military's been gutted. The command has been gutted. I'm sorry to say it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of troops out there that are faithful patriots.
Yep.
But that's what they are. They're the troops.
That's true.
They're us.
That's true.
The leadership has been gutted.
Let me say this. Us has to give them courage to stand up. The people. Right now, what we have, you remember the term ruling class?
Yes.
Ruling class. Ruling class versus the people. It's what we have going on here. And it's even bigger than that. It's the federal government versus the people. Is what it is. Because they're special people, don't you know? They make more money than the average person out here does. They get more holidays than the average person out here does. They get special treatment. They get sent to the head of the line. And many of them get free education, especially if they're attached to a politician. This is what we have going on here. You have to recognize it. I know I'm preaching to the choir here, our loyal followers here that are here each and every week. But we've got to stand up, and hey, look, we've got a politician among us.
Very true.
We do, and he's a good guy, a great guy. And I don't know if he wants us to announce it or not, but he is a county commissioner. And that's a cool thing because we have a guy that knows the ropes. And he knows what we're talking about. And, because the stock market's been pretty good, it's been holding. Understand, everybody. The media is out there now saying, the crazies in the media, the mainstream media, they're out there saying, trying to make Biden look good, the potato head look good. Yeah, they're saying, hey, the stock market's up, and it's because of that $1,400.
Well, that's basically true.
Well, wait a minute. There's been a survey.
Yeah.
There's been a survey. Listen to this, everybody. They said they did a survey of 1,000 people.
You're talking about just regular folk.
Just regular folk.
Okay.
Regular folk. They did a survey of 1,000 people, Democrat and Republican, and they found out that 5% said they bought stocks with that $1,400.
Oh, well, how that affected the stock market wasn't really, I don't think the companies were looking for people to buy stock. They were looking for an infusion of money into the economy to jazz up consumer purchases. Okay? Now, whether or not that was effective, I'm not real sure because I'm still sitting on my money.
I am too.
But they're...
Oh, gee,
yeah.
So is 95% of the American people.
Right.
They said that most said they are either saving the money or paying down debt.
But you'll notice the government keeps talking about more infusions of capital. Now they're talking about another $1 trillion.
I know.
So I think they're talking that crap to keep the stock market jacked up a little bit.
Yeah. The market is being manipulated.
Oh,
it's
hell
what's
yeah.
happening, everybody.
There's always an elephant in the room.
Listen here, everybody. There's going to be more infusions of cash because they don't give a shit. They don't care. There's going to be more cash thrown out there. They're not going to have to pay for this. They're wanting to collapse the system.
Well, they're talking about borrowing the next $1 trillion from China.
So we're going to owe them interest. Go figure, everybody. Go figure where that would come from. God. Man, it's just, and I did jump ahead to the,
Yeah.
to the Biden and his minions that are out there talking about doom.
We should say something at this point because it would normally be a little after 8 o'clock.
Oh man, yes.
And we need to let everyone know on the broadcast tonight that we have now officially changed our start time on Tuesday nights to 7:30 Central Standard Time. We've posted a lot and stuff like that, but it's official.
We decided to give you guys on the East Coast a break and move it up so you can participate and not have to go to stay up late. Although I know many of you do. You're a night owl like me. What I'm saying. So we did move it up to 7:30. So that means we will have the message to our friends at 7:45.
Yes, to all of our friends out there. I didn't do it tonight because I know you were expecting it at a certain time or close to it. So we have foregone the message for tonight. Actually, we're trying to develop another scenario with a better message for action. So look forward to it next week.
Yeah.
Get primed.
Yeah. So, hey, there are, OG, I did hear through the chatter too, that there are protests that are going to be coming to one of your local stores that is requiring everybody to wear a mask, where they're going to show up by, I hope by the hundreds, and take off their mask and walk in and defy the mask order.
Hope that's Costco.
It is Costco. It's one of them. So this is going to be interesting to see what happens. But, hey, it's sending a message to them. We're sick of it. We're not going to put up with it. We've got 200 million doses coming to arms, and we would say that's over half the country. We've got to be getting better.
The masks have been bullshit from day one.
It's been bullshit all along. Listen to the Florida governor and the things he said about it, and the things Florida has done, and also the things Texas has done. It's fixing to be summer, OG. People, get outside. Get outside. Don't hunker down in your home in fear. In fear. You can't let this rule your life. You can't let the government rule your life. And that's the direction we're headed if you sit back and do nothing. Nothing. Whether you take the vaccine or not, it's your choice. And this vaccine ID passport,
the passport,
is a no-go, everybody.
Your papers, please.
That is the first line to communism. Because they will take that and they will keep track of you and everything you're doing. They already have enough control as it is right now with all these agencies that can track us in the what's the word in the idea that you're going to be protected. You're going to be protected from foreign enemies. And you know what? Not much of that is true, because what they're doing is they're spying on us. And we've seen their capabilities over the last 4 years. And if we let it, it's going to get worse. And the Florida governor is fixing to sue the government. Tell them, hey, we got to get our cruise lines open. It's time to open them back up. And I do believe that's true. I'd be one that'd take a cruise. I need one.
I don't know. I've been on cruises, but I've learned a lot more than I care to know about the cruise lines.
You've got to be a test pilot, man.
Well, it's. I mean, it. it's great where they go and the things you can do. I don't particularly care for where they go to hire the people now.
Oh, well, yeah, they're all foreigners.
And some of the shenanigans that go on anymore.
Yeah.
But, for those that want to go on a cruise, I say, hey, go on a cruise.
What we can do is demand that they hire American.
Well, we could do that.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That's kind of like, did you hear what was going on in Mexico with people that were going there now?
Uh-oh.
Flying in and out. You can fly to Mexico, but before you can fly back to the United States, you have to have a negative COVID test.
Uh-oh.
And if you don't, you are quarantined in Mexico
For 2 weeks or a month.
10 to 14 days. But here's the trick. You got to get a Mexican doctor to sign off on your negative COVID test, and they're hard-pressed to find doctors that'll do that.
Don't give them your credit card.
Well, you know the way to beat the system? One guy flew to Tijuana, walked across the border, and then caught a flight in San Diego.
There you go. Just go out there and walk back across. Good Lord. All right, hey, OG, now we've got Biden out there. He's talking about his $4 trillion infrastructure plan. We're going to turn that son of a bitch loose with $4 trillion. Where do you think it's going to go? Do you think that's really going to go to infrastructure? Or is it going to go to all their friends and pals and everybody else in government and elsewhere? Just saying, everybody. You don't have to be silent on that one, OG.
Oh, man. If I say too much, they're going to come knocking on my door. Of just what my opinion is and what I think ought to be done.
I'm not going to say anything about what's hanging on the wall.
Yeah.
Okay, moving to that subject, everybody. Biden is coming after our guns, and they are at the Supreme Court now, asking for I guess a ruling on having police come into your homes without a warrant after your weapons.
Yep. Come in and search for weapons without a warrant.
And probably other things than a weapon. Just think about that. They can come into your home without a warrant. We already see enough disasters with warrants. With warrants. We see people's homes tore up. We see people lose their lives. We see all kinds of shenanigans that go on by these hit squads that go out there and come into people's homes with or without a warrant.
Right.
Too many times, these people have misinformation. They don't have. Well, it's because they take information from criminals. That's what I'm saying. There's too many mistakes made by. Can you imagine that they don't have to have a warrant? Can you imagine what that's going to be like?
May as well move to China.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or Russia. Or any other third world country.
Now, will that happen to them? Can we barge into their police station and find out everything that's going on there? How about the FBI and all the bullshit they pull? Let me tell you guys, because of our community and the things that have happened in the biker community, we have studied this stuff backwards and forwards. We have gone through the databases of the FBI. We've listened to what they've had to say about law enforcement itself. They are guilty of more crimes, and in our case it's about bikers versus the law. They are guilty of more crimes than all the motorcycle clubs, the mean old motorcycle clubs. They're guilty of more crimes than all of them put together each year. Each year.
And those are just the ones that they can find.
That's true. Those are the ones
they say
they know about.
That's the tip of the iceberg.
Exactly.
Because there's a multitude of them that are hidden and kept from the public.
It's kind of like the border, you know?
Yep.
The ones we know about, and then there's the ones we don't know about that are slipping in every day. Just like we saw in that 18-wheeler. For every one they catch, how many get through? And we have a government that's saying, come on in, everybody. Come on in. We'll take care of you. We'll give you medical. We'll give you cash. We'll give you a place to stay.
Wearing Biden T-shirts.
That's right. And we'll give you a job ahead of American citizen.
Hey, how'd you like that confrontation Cruz had with the White House staffer down at the border?
Senator Cruz is doing the job, man, everybody. He's stepping up. So is the Florida governor. And Abbott does every once in a while, except for, you know, we have our problems with him when it comes to the DPS. And we have our problems with the DPS because they think they're the frickin' FBI. And they will try and send innocent people to jail just like the Waco PD tried to do. They were in on it. The media was in on it. And it's crazy, OG. It's crazy out there. We have to be crazy right back at them.
More states need to pass legislation negating federal firearm laws. Texas needs to pass legislation stating we're a sanctuary state for the Second Amendment.
The governor just said that the other day.
Well, he said it, but is there anything official?
Well, the thing about it is, it's got to be official. There's going to be a battle coming between Texas, Florida, other states, conservative states, and we've got to participate. We've got to back them up when they try and stand up and do the right thing. Even politicians we don't like. We've got to make them, because that things are the way they are right now, there's nothing we can do about it. We don't have a vote coming up. We've got to push them to do the right thing. And we've got to get bold. And we do have some people here in Arlington that are bold. They're having Trump rallies every weekend. We went to it last week. Or last weekend.
Yep, last Sunday.
You know, they're stepping up there, everybody. We need to be doing this all across the nation. You can't fold like a cheap suit.
Well, what's interesting is when you say Trump rally, everyone thinks it's some kind of just solely a rally for Trump, and it is to some degree. It's everyone still showing a lot of love and support for the guy that tried to lead us out of the swamp for these last 4 years. But the other part of that is it's all about constitutional rights.
Yes.
If you look at all of the elements that are there at a Trump rally or a Trump train, a lot of it is Second Amendment issue and First Amendment issues. So don't think that by going to a Trump rally or a Trump train that you're just there to support Trump. It's not 100% of the deal. Trump, I think, should be continued to be supported because I think Trump's got some great things in mind for this country, I don't know how he's going to implement it in the future, but he needs our support. And more importantly, people need to see and understand that all the conservatives are out there supporting these Trump issues. There's already been some minor problems at this Trump rally in Arlington and Grand Prairie. Probably more so in Grand Prairie because Antifa types have been showing up. The one in Arlington over off of Bowen and California Street seems to be a little milder. However, when we were there, they do receive a certain amount of harassment. Somebody called the cops saying they were being too loud. Well, hell, we were out in the middle of a field.
Yeah.
But yet, the police dutifully show up to see what's going on, yada, yada, yada. And carloads will on occasion attempt to intimidate the female participants in these Trump rallies, which I think just goes to show what the moral turpitude is of these jerks to begin with. It could get a little racier over in Grand Prairie. That particular rally is about a little less than a quarter mile east on the frontage road of Highway 20, less than a quarter mile east of what's the Harley Davidson?
Longhorn Harley Davidson.
Longhorn Harley Davidson. It's right there on the frontage road. A lot of people show up, and I would encourage anybody and everybody that knows of a Trump rally function going on in their area, go be there. Be of support. We have to continue to support these things.
Yes.
Be vocal.
Yes. Yeah, those rallies are awful good, and everybody's having fun. Yeah, here's what we believe, everybody. We believe everybody has their right. It is their right, constitutional right, to express your political views. It is your constitutional right to support your candidate, whoever they are, even the potato head. So, that's your right. Nobody should be harassing you. No one should be threatening you. No one should be damaging your property. If they want to counter-protest, go the other side of the street and counter-protest. For us, that would be in the highway. But, do your thing. Do your constitutional duty and your right, and leave everybody else the hell alone. Let them exercise their constitutional right. That's the way we believe it should be for everybody. Everybody. Everybody should be treated fairly. Everybody should be allowed to debate. But it shouldn't go into any kind of altercation. Period. And people that want to show up to fight, understand you will be dealt with. Just what I'm saying.
What do they call it? First blood.
We know how to do it. So, OG, let's close with. I said I would tell you guys what's going on with me, and I'll do it. Many of you already know that I have. I've been having a problem with my left eye, and even when we were in Arizona, I was having a problem with it, and of course we were. On the way back there, at times we were on our bikes doing 100 plus. But what was going on is I've been diagnosed with a a mini stroke, if there is such a thing as a mini or minor stroke. And so they told me to take it easy, not to be driving, not to be doing anything goofy. And you know, that's awfully hard for me, OG.
I'd have never guessed.
I know. So I'm feeling good otherwise. And see, April 5th, I go in to see a surgeon, and they're going to figure out what they're going to do. I figure I'm probably fixing to get some stents. I have a blocked artery in my neck. I know if you have a blocked artery in your heart, they take you into the surgery pretty quick. But evidently this is not that major. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to be around a while longer, provided the good Lord don't decide to change his mind. But I have a good relationship with him. Anything else, OG?
No, I think that does it for the week.
You guys, thank you for being here tonight. You guys on the chat line, I know y'all have fun when you're talking. Please share. It is important that we get the message out there, whether it be to bikers or whether it to be the general public out there. It's really important. And, you know, we've got to move people to our side. We've got to expose what's going on, because we're being manipulated by a out of control government. We are not a socialist country. We don't want to be a socialist country, and we need to send that message to those bastards every day. Every day. With that, everybody. And Randy, you're laughing like crazy. LOL, LOL, LOL. So what the heck is going on?
They're having a good time out there.
Yeah, they are.
Everybody go to a Trump rally this weekend.
Yes. Yeah, go to a Trump rally, a Second Amendment rally, whatever, the conservative issue, a constitutional issue. If it's out there, go to it. Go to it. Take pictures, take videos, send it to us. We'll get it out there, everybody. Have a good evening.
Good night.
Ride safe. You don't have a motorcycle, buy one, come ride with us. Bye-bye. Cool.